Back on the show is Steven Peterson, who's going to be taking on Tristan Grimsley coming up here at LFA 28 on December 8th. Steven, what's going on? How are you?
I am awesome, man. Just at the gym, ready to get my morning workout in.
Well, I appreciate you joining us here live on location. I always like getting different sceneries and stuff like that, so that's very cool. And I think most people watching this, most people who've seen my interviews have seen you before, but I think a lot of people will now remember you for the Contender Series because that's where you last fought, Dana White's Contender Series 7. I know the fight didn't go your way, but you had a great matchup with Benito Lopez, and I went to a split decision. When the judges read the scorecards, how surprised were you that you didn't get the nod in that one?
Man, I was I kind of knew what I was up against, and you can say there's no politics in the game, but you don't know what you're talking about if that's the case, because you're part of a big team like Team Alpha Male. Sometimes you get the nod in these type of situations, and I felt like that might be the case. I knew that coming into the fight that I needed to go out there and try and finish. I wasn't just going to dance around and try and box him. I was going to come straight forward and fight the way I fight, take the fight to him. And I did that. I felt like I earned the victory, but when I didn't get the finish, I was disappointed in myself already, just not being able to get the finish. That was disappointing. And when I knew it was a split decision, I was like, man, he's going to get the nod. There's he did the damage. I felt like around rounds 2 and 3, but judges sometimes look at the damage and that and politics. He's going to get the nod. I felt that coming in, so I wasn't too surprised.
Saying that, though, like I mentioned, it was a great fight. Was there any feedback from the UFC after that fight? Because again, it was a split. It's not like it was unanimous decision. It's not like everyone thought he won. There was some judges who felt that you had done enough to win the fight.
Yeah, I was told they considered signing both of us for about 5 minutes and debated it, but decided to go with forget the other guy's name, but it was his second win on the show. I said decided to go ahead and sign him, and I guess there's only a certain amount of contracts. These aren't just one and done deals. It's a 4-fight contract. It's a pretty big deal to get signed to something like that. So they told me to go get a win, and then they give me another shot. I believe they said a win or two, but I believe with a dominant victory in my next win, especially with that fight being a split decision, I showed them what they wanted to see. You know what I mean? I just didn't get the nod. I showed them exactly what kind of fight they want to see, and that's the kind of fight I bring to the table every. So, they can be rest assured if they put me on a card, they're going to get a hell of a fight, whether I win or lose. It's going to be fight of the night type of performance.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The good news here is that you're fighting for LFA, and if there's one thing we know about LFA, they promote more guys to the UFC than any organization. So, win here can get you right back in the driver's seat. And I mentioned it off the top, you're taking on Tristan Grimsley. How do you feel like you match up against him in this fight?
Very well. He actually has a win over George Bacalao, somebody I've lost to. So I feel like that would kind of rectify that loss, even though that was way early in my career. I've come a long way since then. But I've been, I watched Tristan beat George, and I really didn't like the way that fight went. George, wasn't himself. He was just winging his punches, but I felt he still won that fight. It was a split decision. And I look at myself against Tristan. I outmatch him everywhere: stand-up, ground, clinch, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, where you name it, I'm going to beat him there. So, this is the type of fight where the only person that can beat me in this fight is me. I need to go out there as, the best version of me as I do in every fight, and, go out there with great cardio, nice sharp skills, and take the fight to him. I got to be me in there. I can't go out there cocky. I can't go out there, acting like I already have the fight won. I need to go do what I do every time before I celebrate the victory. I got to go get the job done. And he's a tough guy. He's not going to be easy to finish. But, Hollis wasn't finished a lot either. I have a way of breaking these guys. And, once I start dominating him, he's gonna start second guessing himself, and then eventually I think he'll look for the door. If not, then it'll be really entertaining beating for the fans. Definitely, normally they match me up against guys that I'm supposed to lose, or it's like, oh, who knows who's gonna win. But you look at it on paper, I'm obviously the favorite, and when I get those type of matchups, I tend to go out there and shine, well, just like I always do. But these guys, there's a reason why he's 7-7. He's been broken 7 times, and that's what I do is break guys. So he's gonna be broken once again.
How's training camp going, and who are some of your main training partners ahead of this matchup?
And training's awesome. We got 4 other guys on the card. Some of my main training partners: Miles Johns, Damon Jackson, Ramet. And then the bigger guys, Alonzo, I don't train much with him, but we're in the gym together, and we're all just motivated. And the energy in the room is superior to other environments, to say the least. I mean, it's hard to describe unless you're here, but when you have multiple guys getting ready for big cards like this, and then we have other cards with Bellator and other things that we're all getting ready for, so everybody's just shining right now, and it's the type of environment where if you're not training for something, then you're kind of food for the other guys to beat up because you're just not on that level. And we're all going up in level on a daily basis. And man, I'm just excited to get in there. And we're going to go 5-0. We went 6-0 on the last legacy. Last legacy in Dallas. This legacy, we're going to go 5-0. They put one of us on there, then we'll get another one. So. The more of us that they let fight on the card, the more we're going to dominate.
How you surviving Thanksgiving this weekend, and how's the weight cut going?
Weight's going pretty well. I'm kind of used to this by now. I don't remember the last holiday I got to celebrate, so I'm just happy that I get to fight at the beginning of December. Last year it was January, so I had to miss a lot. I couldn't really indulge in Thanksgiving or Christmas. This year I get to get the fight out of the way December, and then enjoy the holiday, enjoy the new year. But I'm still going to be ready. I'm still after this fight, I'm expecting maybe a short notice type fight or something like that along the lines. If the UFC were to call me, I doubt they'd give me a contract with a lot of notice. It'd probably be like 2 weeks notice, a week notice. So I'm going to keep my weight down, and I'm going to keep my cardio up and be ready for anything.
Well, I was going to ask you, they've got that card in Austin, Texas next year. I imagine you're just going to, kind of be on standby for that one, because that would sort of be the dream, I would think.
Yeah, and I'll be campaigning for it without a doubt.
Yeah, excellent. Last question for you here. What are you watching on Netflix right now? You watching any TV right now during training camp?
Let's see. I was watching Slasher. Have you checked that one out?
I haven't. I will definitely check it out, though. I'm always open to new recommendations. So that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, like gory, scary movies. It's pretty cool. My girlfriend really likes it, so we watched the whole thing, and that was pretty cool.
It gets the Ocho 2 thumbs up?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I give it 1.5 because of the gore. It is extremely gory.
Okay.
Not too much into all that.
All right. Well, I'll check it out anyways. We certainly got to check out this fight, man. It is LFA 28. It's coming up here December 8th, live on Access TV. It's always good talking to you, Steven. I appreciate it. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any thank yous or shout outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, come out December 8th to the Bomb Factory in Dallas. It'll be another gory matchup. And follow me on Instagram at 8ocho08, Twitter at 8ocho08, and Facebook.com/OchoNation. Check out my website, FightFitLifestyle.com. Sponsors, I appreciate all of you guys for helping me do what I do. Hutchins Barbecue, Knuckle Up Tattoo, IV Hydro Pros, and one more, Safari Towing. Sorry about that. Just put them on the list. So appreciate you guys, having my back for this fight and allowing me to do what I do.